Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about A Nightmare on Elm Street again. And this time, I thought we'd do something different. Now, I'm trying to do the Halloween series, but I still wanted to make a video about this because the idea came to my mind. So this won't be a talking about every Freddy portrayal throughout the franchise. I think that obviously the difference with Freddy Krueger is Robert Englund plays him most of the time. So, I mean, there's some overlapping, but to me, it's very distinct. Each film has a very distinct Freddy. And my favorite, personally, now, it's not my favorite in the franchise. It's not. But it is the most influential and, you know, the one that, like, started it all. And that's my favorite Freddy portrayal, A Nightmare on Elm Street 1, 1984. So, to understand this, you gotta look at what our main slashers were at the moment in 84. What is it, Michael? Michael had just been killed off on Halloween 2, 3 years before that, before 1984. And Jason was the main big one. He came back for the final chapter that year. But the thing with those, they are big, bulking, you know, serial killers with a knife. So they're not really they're not really sadistic in their type of humor. They don't like they don't do things to their own body to scare their victims. They don't have this sick sense of humor. They don't have a distinct walk to them. And the way Robert Englund plays Freddy in the original is so much different than all those. So there's even this little thing to his walk I like to describe. He almost walks in this very crawling type way. And I wouldn't say crawling, but he has this certain like slippery looking walk and stuff that he's never stiff and rigid. His body moves in this more his own style walk and this stuff that just shows his And what I like to say is another thing. Freddy's a pretty big sadomasochist, and his type of comedy in this one, which isn't really comedy. The thing when you get to Dream Warriors, it's my Dream Warriors, Dream Child, and Dream Warriors, Dream Master, Dream Child are my favorites in the franchise. But that trilogy. But I will admit, by the end of it, Freddy's comedy is more funny. It's not really sadistic. And this original, he does not do anything that's openly supposed to make you laugh. The thing is, the scene I like to mention is the show Freddy's portrayal in this one, at least the way his sadomasochism. So at the start of the film, as you know, or maybe I think about 20 minutes in, when Tina, it pulls a psycho, and Tina is Freddy's main victim of, whenever he's chasing her, through the alleyway and stuff. First, that just scene of the darkness with just long stretched arm body is a pretty disturbing one. But what I'm going to talk about is whenever he calls out to her, Tina, and just shows himself using his finger knives and just cutting his fingers off and then laughing as the green blood squirts out. So, which is not funny. It's actually disturbing to see that he does not care about pain at all, and he's cutting his own fingers off. And the terror she feels, and then whenever he tackles her and she pulls on his face and the Freddy skull shows and starts laughing at her. Another disturbing scene. And so far, Freddy, you can just tell he's more darker in tone and stuff. But compared to the ones, he's a lot more emotive. He gets more emotive even after this film. But when it comes to a good tone, this one really is to me. Besides, I think Freddy's Revenge is the most disturbing Freddy because he's not making any sick jokes at all. But other things in this film I'd like to mention is just the ways he kills. So in later films, there's more elaborate dream sequences, but this one still has some iconic ones. Tina's room, and even some of the stuff he does to Tina's room is where he kills her and pulls her up the roof and on a rotating room, and Glenn's death where Glenn is pulled into the middle of the bed and the geyser comes out, the blood geyser, which is just another great effect, and mind you, this is all practical effects, no CGI at all. So, but even those deaths are more like disturbing from Freddy, I feel like, although he does get more disturbing as films go on. But the last thing I'd like to mention is one other scene to show Freddy's like dark sense of humor, and this one at least, like Tina, he like turns into her or makes Nancy see her in this Tina in a body bag, and then when he lures her into that boiler room, and he's says in a very like type of disturbing, "Come to Freddy," and then cuts his chest open, like lifts his shirt up and then slices where the maggots come out in the green ooze. That's one of Freddy's big character traits that we find out more about when Freddy's dead. He's a sadomasochism. I think any other term for it, sadomasochism. Masochism is when you inflict pain and you enjoy it on yourself, or when you enjoy getting pain from others, I think. And then sadist is where you enjoy inflicting pain on others. And Freddy does both. And there's some understanding, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's explained that Alice Cooper, I'll say, because I don't even know if his stepdad in Freddy's Dead has a name, but Alice Cooper would beat Freddy from a young age, really bad. So Freddy started enjoying pain. He just learned how to turn the pain off, and he started enjoying it, and that was his way of escaping it. And if that is the case, you can kind of say maybe that has something to do with it, but it's still not an excuse for this is stuff he does. But it's cool that we do understand that. But there's just something, the way he's also shot by Wes Craven in this film, how the dark, more darkness. He's not really lit up, and there is a reason why there is a reason why when Bob Shaye tried to replace Freddy in Freddy's Revenge, I don't think I brought up my review, it just would not work. They tried to do a rubber mask and stuff, and there's just a reason why you can't really replace Robert Englund, because the way he walked, talked, had the glee Freddy felt in those scenes. You can't replace that. I would like to see them try to do something new. Maybe not, but what they need to realize is you can't top Robert Englund, so just bring somebody that understands that and just wants to be a new Freddy. Make your own Freddy. But, pay tribute to the original, and pay tribute to those original great films. But at the same time, you don't have to make yourself just like Robert Englund. But at least make it more fun. I think that even in the original Nightmare on Elm Street, he was still sadistically funny enough that maybe you can find the movie, you can find his personality a little more funny. In that remake they tried to do, he just was too bland with his masochism and his when he attempts to make jokes. But this is the video I wanted to make, just to talk about Nightmare on Elm Street again, because I love these movies. I'll probably be rewatching the first three, the trilogy, on Friday. And I think the next video will be, I want to try to make a lot of Halloween videos, because I know you guys, the next review in that franchise is actually my favorite film, and I have some I think the Halloween franchise, I like it, but at the same time I don't like it. I love Michael Myers, obviously, I think he is a great horror villain, and I love the first and the second, fourth. I think 3 is good. I think it's a fun idea. I like Halloween H2O. I think I enjoy both Rob Zombie films, and I think I really enjoy Halloween Kills. But the rest are all and the original, I might say that already. Those are the ones I enjoy. And you got Resurrection, Curse of Michael Myers, Halloween 5, and yeah. And Halloween 2018, and Halloween Ends ain't too bad. I don't think it's bad, but those are all films I really don't care for. And so far, that's the most amount of films I don't like out of a franchise that we've covered. But until the next the Halloween review, I love you guys. Take care, stay blessed. Christ loves you, I love you. Always enjoy your days. I'll see you in the next one. Stay blessed.